Hello everyone, it's Myung-Jan. Today I am going to read S557 A Junie B First Graders Toothless Wonder, Chapter 5 to Chapter 9. The Fairy, the night we had festivity. Festivity is when my grandpa and grandma come over, and all of us eat cake. Grandpa Hedla Miller made the cake herself. She put a big smiley face on the top. Only that's not all, 'cause the smiley face had a tooth missing, just like me. I laughed and laughed at that silly thing. Then I reached in my pocket and I got my tooth and I passed it all around the table. "Oh, that's a beaut, Junie B," said Grandma Miller. "I know it, Grandma. I know it's a beaut," I said real proud. "I can't wait to take it to school for show and tell. The children are going to love this thing." Daddy looked strange at me. Oh, gee, I don't know, honey. I'm not really sure you should take your tooth to school." Mother shook her head. "No, Junie B, that's definitely not a good idea. Besides, you won't even have your tooth on Monday, remember? You have to leave it for the tooth fairy tonight." Just then my skin got chill bumps again, and the flood of flies came back in my stomach. 'Cause I know stuff about the fairy, that's why. My voice felt kind of shaky. Only what if I don't want to leave my tooth for the fairy, Mother? What if I just want to take it to show and tell, and that's all? Shook her head again. "No, Junie B, no show and tell. Taking a tooth to show and tell is it's just disgusting," said Daddy. "Yes," said Mother, "disgusting." I whined at those two. "No, it isn't. Lots of kids bring teeth to school, 'cause one time Raja brought a shark's tooth, and he even let me and Herb put it right in our mouth. Then we looked like sharks too." I thought some more. "Plus another time Shirley brought her grandma's dentures, and lots of us put those in our mouths too." Grandma Miller did a little gag, only I don't actually know why. My grandpa patted her hand. "Just be glad she doesn't want to take the spit cup," he whispered. Just then my whole face lighted up. "'Cause I have ears like a hawk, of course, the spit cup. I'll take the spit cup," I hollered. I jumped down from my chair and I zoomed to the bathroom. Then I got the spit cup out of the trash and I dusted it off real good. Good news, people, there's still some blood around the edge. I quick ran back to show them. Grandma Miller closed her eyes at that sight, and Mother put her head on the table and hid her face in her arms. The festivities were over, I believe. After Grandma and Grandpa Miller left, Mother took me into the bathroom, and we brushed my teeth real careful. Then I took my loose tooth out of my pocket, and I brushed that guy too. I held it up to the light. Look how shiny I made it. I really wish I could take this tooth to school, Mother. I really wish that with all my might." "I know you do, Junie B, but it's still going to be fun to put it under your pillow tonight, isn't it?" I remember when I was a little girl, I couldn't wait to wake up in the morning and find out how much money the tooth fairy had left me. My skin got prickly at that name again. Also, a sweaty came on my head. Thought about what to do. I stood on my tiptoe. "Yeah, only I know stuff about the fairy, Mother. I know the truth." "The truth? You know the truth?" "Yeah, I know the exact truth, 'cause last year Polly Allen Puffer told me the whole entire story." I took another big breath. Then I cupped my hands around here and I talked even quieter. "The fairy isn't real. The tooth fairy is just pretend." Mother's eyes got big and wide at me. "No." "Yes. Paul Allen learned it from his big brother. The tooth fairy isn't a fairy at all. She's actually a dingy little tooth witch." Mother's mouth came all the way up. "A tooth witch?" "We have to talk soft, Mother. If the tooth witch hears anyone telling a secret, she flies into their room at night and she pinches their cheeks." Mother covered her face with her hand. She was in shock, I believe. Paul Allen's brother even saw the tooth witch, 'cause one night he put a tooth under his pillow. He stayed awake all night and he saw the tooth witch fly into his room on a dingy little toothbrush. Oh my, I know it is. Oh my. And that's not even the worstest part, because the witch walked right under his pillow. She carried out his tooth, and then she chomped a big bite out of it, just like it was a little tooth apple. Made a noise behind the head. I patted her up very nice. I know how you feel. This is very hard to hear. Took her hands away. But it doesn't really make sense, Junie B. Why would a mean little witch leave money under the pillow? Witch would never do something that nice, would she? Because sometimes I have to explain everything to that. Of course she would, mother. Don't you get it? The witch leaves money so that children think she's really a fairy. Because if children don't think there's a fairy, they won't leave their teeth, right? And if they don't leave their teeth, the witch won't get any tooth apples. Mother closed her eyes very tight, and all of a sudden she opened up the bathroom door and she ran right out of the door. She was thinking it harder than I thought. Chapter 6, full of soup. The night Daddy tucked me into bed. He said the Polly Allen Puffer's brother is full of soup. There's no such thing as a tooth with Junie B. I promise you there isn't. Polly Allen Puffer's brother just made that up to scare Polly Allen. Polly Allen said it to scare you too. No, Daddy. No, it's not made up. I know it isn't, because the tooth witch makes sense. That's why. She makes way more sense than a fairy. Daddy raised his eyebrows. Why? Why does the witch make more sense than a fairy? Because, I said, because the tooth witch likes to chomp the teeth, but the tooth fairy doesn't do anything with the teeth at all, right? So why would she even pay money for them? Daddy did a little frown. Well, I don't know exactly, but I'm sure she must be doing something. She must do something with the teeth, Junie B. There are other things to do with teeth besides just chomping them, Like what? Daddy put his head in his hand. Thought, and he got thinking. He went to get mother. She came into my room, carrying fussy little Ollie. She handed him to Daddy and sat down on my bed. Daddy said, you have another problem about the tooth fairy, she said. I nodded. Yes, I said, because if there is really a fairy, then she has to have a reason to want the teeth, right, mother? She wouldn't just throw them in the garbage. That doesn't make any sense. Plus, also, it would hurt my feelings. Mother hugged me. No, Genevieve, of course. She doesn't throw them in the garbage. I'm sure the fairy does something very special with the teeth. Like what? Rana tied her finger through her hair. She stood up and walked back and forth on my rock, and her face got brighter. I know. I bet the fairy uses her teeth to make jewelry. At first, Daddy and I didn't say any words. We just stared and stared at the woman. Jewelry? Yes, of course. She probably uses the teeth to make little tooth necklace and bracelets, cute little toe ring. How does that sound? Made a sick face. It sounds impressive. Mother stopped smiling. She took Ollie back from Daddy and she hurried out. She hurried out of my room. After she left, Daddy finished tucking me in bed. I'm sorry about that, Junie B. I'm afraid Ollie, as your mother, want her frazzled these days. But I'm sure she's not right about that jolly thing. He did a little shiver. No, certainly she's not. And before I could ask any more questions about the fairy, he kissed me goodnight and he rushed out of my room as fast as mother. That night I did not put my tooth under my pillow. So I did not put it under there night after that or the night after that. The fairy still did not make sense. Chapter 7, A Stumper. The next morning was school. I put my speed cup into my backpack and I took it to my bus stop. Mother said I couldn't take my tooth, but the speed cup was Grandpa's idea. I saved her a seat, then I bounced up and down, real excited, because I couldn't wait for him to see me, of course. Finally, we got to his bus stop. I waved to him from the window. Then, I leaned my face real close to the glass, and I smiled my biggest smile. Herb's eyeballs popped out of his head. He ran on the bus zippity quick. It came out, Herb. It came out. My tooth came out on Friday, and it's been out ever since. Smiled for him again. See me, Herb. See how I look. I look fascinating, right? Herb's eyeballs kept popping out popping out at me. Wow. I laughed at the nice comment. I smiled and pointed. It's my tooth hole. Herb, huh? I look cute, right? I don't even look like Uncle Lou, correct? Herb said, wow again. Pick out my backpack and I unzipped the zipper. Yeah, only wait till you see this, Herb. I brought something special for you to see. It's my spit cup. I used this cup to rinse my actual spit. I showed him the edges. See the pink color right there? The pink is from the bleeding. Her face did not look delighted. Okay, thank you. Please get it off of me now. I got it off, but I thought you'd like this. He patted me. Live and learn, he said. Pretty soon his face got normal again. So how much money did you get from the ferry, Junie B? Did you get a lot of cash? My stomach did a flip-flop at that question, because I didn't want to discuss that matter, of course. I squirmed in my seat, kind of worried. Then I looked out the window, and I didn't talk. Herb tapped on me. What's wrong, Junie B? How come you're not answering me? The fairy did come, right? She didn't forget you, did she? I looked all around. Second next to him very close, and I quieted my voice to whisper, yeah, only I can't even discuss the matter, Herb. Because I know stuff about the fairy stuff. What kind of stuff? Sorry, but I have to keep it a secret, and so please don't ask me any more questions, and I mean it. After that, I pretended to lock my lips, and I threw away the key. I saw that on TV once. Herb looked annoyed at me. I unlocked my lips again. Don't be mad at me, I said. I can't help with what I know, Herb. And anyway, all you have to do is think about it, because the fairy doesn't make sense. Herb scratched that, he said. Why doesn't she? I crossed my arm. What does the fairy do with the teeth, Herb? Did you ever ask yourself the problem? Why would a fairy pay money for teeth when she doesn't even use them? It sounds kind of fish, don't you think? Well, do you know the answer, Herb? A fairy wouldn't just throw the teeth in the garbage, would she? Because that doesn't even add up. Only nobody knows what she does with them, apparently. Not even you, I bet. Herb wrinkled his eyebrows. I never thought about it, he said. He tapped on his chin. What does a fairy do with the teeth, huh? That's a stumper, all right. After that, he slid way down in his seat and he thought and thought some more. I thought some more too. We rode to school real quiet. Chapter is smiling. When we finally got to school, I started feeling shaky inside. I didn't want to get laughed at, remember? Plus, I was still concerned about the fruit throwing. I closed my mouth real tight and I walked back to my desk. Lenny smiled and waved at me. I waved back. Then very slow, I did a shy smile. That's when Lenny jumped up from his desk and he did a loud whoop. Cool, he said. You look cool, Junie B. Jose heard Lenny and came to see. Then he grinned and grinned at my brand new smile and he gave me a happy high five. And that's not even the best part. Mr. Scaredy saw what was going on. To see my teeth and he gave me a smiley face sticker. After that, he clapped his hands together. He made an announcement to the room. He told them I lost my tooth and he asked me to stand up and show them my special new smile. I swallowed, real nervous. Then I stood up, kind of jittery, and I opened my lips a teensy bit so the children could see my tooth hole. Room 1 was happy for me. All of them smiled real nice, except not May, of course. May just rolled the eyeballs. I think you look weird, Junie Jones. Think your smile looks silly, eh? No, May, this is a silly smile, I said. Then I put my fingers in the sides of my mouth. I stretched my smile across my face. I wiggled my tongue at her very fast. Lenny and Jose laughed, and guess what? At lunchtime, I made my smile even funnier. Gave me a raisin and put it right in my tooth hole. It stuck there, very hilarious. Shirley laughed her head off at that joke. I'm beginning to enjoy that girl. See how much did the tooth fairy leave you, she asked. Did you get a bundle? Yeah, I was wondering that too. I started feeling squirmy again. He tried to explain the matter to them. Well, Junie B didn't exactly leave a tooth for the fairy yet. All of the children looked at me. Why? Why didn't you leave it, Junie B? I scrummed some more. Because I've got issues with the fairy, that's why. I said kind of quiet. Issues? Like what kind of issues? I swallowed real hard. Issues like, well, like what does she do with the teeth, for instance? I said. For a minute, nobody said anything. May made a cuckoo sign at me. What does a fairy do with the teeth? She said. What kind of dumb issue is that? I flashed my angry eyes at that girl. Well, if it's so dumb, then you must know the answer, right, mate? And so, what does the fairy do with the teeth, huh? She doesn't pay money just to throw them away, does she? Waited. The other children waited too, but May didn't say anything. Well, turned red, and she went to get a drink of water. Whole lunch table started talking about the fairy, only no one knew what she did with the teeth. We wondered and wondered. All of a sudden, Lucille stood up, and she fluffed her fluffy dress. Guess what? I don't really care what Tooth Fairy does with the teeth. All I care about is how much money she leaves. She looked at the room. You're nothing without money, people. Remember that. I tapped my finger on the table, kind of annoyed. Only that doesn't even answer my question, Lucille, because I still don't know what she does with the teeth. Put her hand on her lips. Well, maybe she just collects them. Did you ever think of that? Collecting stuff is a hobby. My rich Nana collects tons of junk, and she pays good money for it, too. I tapped my fingers some more, then I put my chin in my hand, and I thought about Lucille's Nana. I started to smile a little bit, because maybe Lucy's idea might make some sense. Herb smiled a little bit too. Two's collection, huh? Maybe that's the answer, Junie B. That just be it. That just might be it. The fairy might collect his as a hobby or something. Sure. There's nothing wrong with the collecting stuff. Like I collect baseball cards, but I don't really do anything with them. See? And I collect Matchbox cards. What's wrong with that? Just then Sheldon sprang up from the table. Yes, I collect vacuum cleaner bags, and the doctor said that's perfectly normal. Sheldon laughed and he pretended to vacuum his pants. All of us moved away from him. Then the bell rang. Everyone went outside for recess. I wrote in my journal, the first grade journal. Me and Herb talked some more on the playground. We decided that the Tooth Fairy has a good tooth collection. Probably. And that's not even weird, possibly. And I also promised Herb I would put my tooth under my pillow tonight. I hope we are right about this woman from Junie B. Chapter 9 Miracle. That night, Mother put me in bed. Daddy was in Baby Ollie's room, trying to rock that cranky boy to sleep. We heard Ollie fussing. I bet you're good. Glad I'm not that bad, right, Mother? The baby is a pain in our necks, right? Oh, believe me, Junie B, you're no pitch when you are teething either. She tickled me a little bit. Speaking of teeth, tonight is a big night, right? She said. Tonight is the night you're finally leaving your tooth for the fairy. With my shit, don't remind me, I said. Don't be silly. This is going to be fun. She handed me my tooth to put under my pillow. I handed it right back to her. You do it, Mother. You put it under my pillow, okay? And put it close to the edge, please, please. I don't want the fairy tramping around down there. Close to the edge, she let me check it. After that, she leaned down. She gave me a big hug. I'm very proud of Junie B. I'm proud that you got over all that silly nonsense Polly and Puffer told you. Thank you, I said. I'm proud of me too. Mother kissed me goodnight, and she turned out my light. I quick turned it on again. Yeah, only I think I'll sleep with the light on tonight. Just in case I have to come running out of my room in the middle of the night. 'Cause there's a witch in here. Mother did a sigh. Whatever, she said. She gave me another hug, and she closed my door. Jumped up and opened it again. I think I'll sleep with the door open tonight. I said, just in case I start screaming my head off in the middle of the night. 'Cause there's a witch in here. I give up. Same as whatever, I believe. She kissed me one more time, and she left my room. Oh, next morning I woke up very relieved. Guess what? I made it through the night, that's what. I hugged myself, real happy. Then all of a sudden I remembered about the fairy. Took a big breath. I reached on the day and I felt all around and bingo. Fingers touched it, something. Grabbed a hold of it and pulled it out. I sat up straight in bed, laughed and laughed. 'Cause good news, huh? Cash. Cash, cash. I got cash. I hollered to reel to reel. Who wants to see it, huh? Who wants to see my cash? Raise your hand. No one was actually in there. I zoomed back down the hall. Mother, Daddy, where are you? Where are you? The fairy left me money. Dug her head out of Alice's room. We are in here, honey, she called. Skip onto Alice's room. Show them my money. Wow, I got cash. Only I didn't know how much it adds up to, but it's a bundle, I bet. Got big and wide in my money. Wow, the tooth fairy must have been feeling very generous last night. I know it. I love that fairy, Daddy. She left me money and she didn't even pinch my check. Ali was just sitting in his crib. He smiled out the birds at me. I looked surprised at him. What's wrong with Ali, brother? Why is he smiling? Is he sick or something? No, silly. When I came in this morning, he was playing in his crib, happy as can be. Really? That's odd. Ali has a little surprise for us this morning, too. It's Rizzy, Ali's gum. Hey, it sure is. That's Ali's first tooth, Junie B. Oh, mouth came open at that good news. A tooth? Ali got a tooth? I felt the ridges. Some more. Wowie wow. Last night was a good teeth night for both of us. Yes, it was. What a neat coincidence, huh? Ali got his first tooth on the very same night that the fairy came to get yours. Mother ruffled my hair. It's almost like Ali was waiting for the tooth fairy to come too. Junie B, just like you, smiled at the thought of that. I stood real still. Goosebumps came on my arm. Wait a minute. What did you just say, Mother? Mother looked at me kind of strange. Ali was waiting for the tooth fairy to come too. I did a loud gasp. That's it. That's it. Ali did wait for the fairy. He waited for the fairy just like me. Skipped all around them in a circle. Don't you get it? The fairy recycled. She recycled my baby tooth. And she gave it to Ali. My feet started to dance. It's perfect, I said. It's just like Dan the soda can. Fairy took my tooth. She made it all shiny and new. Then she gave it to my very own baby brother. Quick bent down and felt Ali's gum again. Yes, City Bob, that's my tooth. All right, I know that tooth anyway. Daddy scratched his head. Where I'll be. Mother laughed. What a great idea. It's Mother. It's a great idea. Plus, also, it is a big relief because the tooth fairy doesn't just throw teeth in the garbage. Now I know that for sure. Money again. Just like Miss Chris told us. Recycling makes sense. Get it, Mother? Get it, Daddy? Sense sounds like a sense. That's a good one, right? I zoomed to my room to get dressed for school. Can't wait to tell the children. Roman is going to love this news. Put on my favorite pants and sweater. I quick ran back to Ali. I felt his tooth some more. He smiled at me again. Smiled back at him, because what do you know? I think I might like that boy after all. The end.